So I might have an atypical parkour. So I'm a biochemist by training, and then I've done have a PhD, but it was in immunology, cell signaling. So it's slightly different from what I learned during school. So I've published many papers during my PhD, but also during my postdoc in London. So it's mostly about cell signaling and function of some receptors. Nothing to do with my current job, which is a data analyst. So I've touched to many things, and I think the data analysis is the next step once you have done a lot of science. Then you have to learn how to properly analyze your data. Currently, I have the SAS base. So I'm a starter in SAS. I've been certified, I think, in 2016. But I was doing another job, nothing to do with data analysis. And so I converted my career into data analysis in 2017. So I've been using SAS extensively since May 2017. So I mean, I feel the progress with the job actually, because I've studied SAS to pass the exam, but there is nothing such as practicing and having challenges and puzzles to solve. That's, I find, when you learn best. I think, yeah, it takes a lot of studying, also practicing as much as you can. If you're involved in data analysis, then yeah, it's easy because you are practicing every day. If you don't have that chance or not lucky enough to be a data analyst, I think you can find challenges here and there. There are many places where you can take challenges. I think the best way is really to practice, to challenge yourself, and not settle for what you have learned. There is always a better way to write a code. So yeah, just to challenge yourself and keep practicing as much as you can. I think that's the best way to go ahead in and being able to be certified. Well, one of the strategies is to be well organized. Try to have to save codes whenever you encounter a new situation and you find a solution. You put it somewhere so you have always that solution at hand. Even if you find the solution, try to find an alternative solution, something which is more efficient, and also save it. I find it very helpful to talk to people about your issues. They always can give you a good tip. I think communicating your issues with people and sharing solutions is really one of the best way I find to progress and to become an expert. Also get involved in different websites which are sharing tips on coding, either SAS, but you can find all sorts of websites that can be helpful. I think, yeah, it's mostly about sharing with people and talking to people. I think that would be one of the best way to evolve and become an expert, and also keep learning all the time. There is always something to learn. So yeah, don't settle for what you have learned. Keep pushing your limits, and be curious about what's new, what other people have done. I think that's one of the things I'm trying to do. I'm not sure I have a specific procedure that I like, but I'm more into coding in SQL. I find the SQL language very intuitive. Sometimes the solution are much better with the SQL language. I would say that yeah, I'm more into SQL than a specific procedure. So yeah, SQL is really my friend. Well, I want to encourage anyone who's listening and watching to get involved into using SAS products. I mean, they have many interesting projects, or also get involved into coding and data analysis. I think it's an exciting field. I myself have been involved in it since 1.5 years, I would say, and every day is an excitement. I feel like when I started my PhD and was discovering new things, I'm like a kid at work, which is not always the case for most people. So yeah, get involved. I mean, there is no limit for you. I mean, even I'm not a good coder. I never for that. So I think yeah, there is no limit. Whatever age you are, whatever your preferences are, you can always find your happiness in coding and using SAS, for instance.